Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike. Thanks for jumping on here with me today. You know, I told you in the text message this morning I was going to tell you who not to vote for next week. Well, of course I'm not going to do that. That's crazy talk. But I made you look. It's called clickbait. It's meant to get your attention. I want you to notice something about that little headline thing. It's framed in the negative. I didn't frame it in the positive. Framing it in the positive would be, I'm going to tell you who to vote for. Now, that's not as titillating. I'm going to tell you who not to vote for. When you're creating headlines to grab people's attention, just keep that in mind, that framing things in the negative is much more attention grabbing than framing them in the positive. We've got, in case you noticed, we're in the middle of an election season. We've got elections coming up Tuesday. And what I wonder is, what can we learn from these bozos? And I don't care who your candidate is. This isn't about that. We're not going to talk about that. I think they're all a bunch of bozos. At the same time, what can we learn from the politicians? I mean, are you a little sick of the constant ads? The signs everywhere, the radio and TV commercials, oh my God. They're filling up my Facebook news feed. It's all over the place. Are you tired of the rhetoric, right? These people are good people, and these people are horrible people. Like all these people, these big groups of people, they're all good and they're all horrible. How can that possibly be true? Where in life is that true? Can't wait for this all to be over? Yeah, me too. Right there with you. But as we endure the next week or so, maybe there are some things we can learn from these politicians. Like what? Well, here's my 5 takeaways from all this. Here's what I want to gain from watching this circus act that's out there right now. Number 1 on my list of 5 things, don't beat your own chest. Don't beat your own chest. Nobody likes a braggart. Nobody likes somebody who laughs at their own jokes or talks about how great they are, or what a superhero they are, or how they're going to solve all the world's problems if you just vote for them. Nobody believes those people. Nobody likes those people. It doesn't pull people closer to us. Number 2 on my list, don't lie or mislead or exaggerate. It kills the credibility, and nobody likes a liar. We don't need to exaggerate. We don't have to overpromise and underdeliver. We don't have to do any of that. Why don't we just tell people the truth and show them the positive parts about what we're for? And speaking of that, number 3, oh my gosh, don't go negative on other people. Nobody likes a gossip or a negative approach. I don't need you to talk about, okay, so how does it make you feel when you see a political ad demonizing their opponent? Do you think they're exaggerating a little bit? Do you think that often they're pulling things out of context and making them appear different than maybe what they really were? Of course they are. Of course they are. And does that make you feel more drawn to the candidate that's doing that? That's going negative on other people? Nobody likes a gossip or a negative approach. Number 4, shining the spotlight on others pulls people to us. Thanking people that have helped or supported me. You know, without these people, I wouldn't be where I am today. And shining the spotlight on them, in turn, paints me in a positive light. By promoting other people, I am promoting myself. And I think that pulls people to us instead of pushing people away like bragging does, or going negative, or lying and misleading. Shining the spotlight on other people that maybe have supported and helped you. Shining the spotlight on other people or businesses that you admire. Watch this. The most impactful social media content that I've ever posted, is this. It was, I had my phone in my pocket. I had to deal with myself. I had to make one video a day. I'm stopping to pick up my dry cleaners at the end of the day. I hadn't made my video. A little voice inside my head says, come on, Mike. You've been going to this dry cleaners for 2 decades now. You haven't made your video today, make your video. So I make the video with the guy, and he tells me his story in this 45-second video. And the story would make you cry, and it went viral. Tens of thousands of engagements on this. And I got promoted. I actually ended up selling 17 houses off this social media post. Why? Because the people that saw it said that if you help our friend, then you're my friend. You help my friend, you're my friend. So we need to buy or sell a home. So because you did something nice for somebody I care about, you're my real estate agent. I almost didn't do it. And I ended up selling 17 houses off of it and tens of thousands of engagements. Actually amazing. What did I do? I just shined the spotlight on somebody else, not on myself. Didn't talk about what a great agent I am. Didn't talk about how many homes I've sold, where I rank in my office. I didn't beat my own chest. I didn't talk about how bad other agents are and how I'm so much better than they are by comparison. I didn't do any of that. All I did, and I almost didn't do it, I just shined a spotlight on a business that I had admired and had done business with for a long time. And the message was kind of this: hey, if you're like me and you want a dry cleaning shop that you can trust and rely on, you might check these people out. It wasn't a complex message. By shining the spotlight on them, I did shine the spotlight on me. Others, shining the spotlight on other people pulls people to you. So thanking people that have helped and supported you, businesses or other people that you've admired, other people's achievements, maybe a student's achievement, maybe the fireman or policeman in your community, maybe a teacher in your community that you admire. By shining the spotlight on them, you do shine the spotlight on yourself. And number 5 on my list of what we can learn from politicians these days as they annoy the daylights out of us is this. Your job as an agent is to constantly promote yourself in appropriate and effective ways. Not inappropriate, not ineffective, but in appropriate, effective ways. And I want you to think about this. What are appropriate and effective? And as I've already told you, don't beat your own chest. Don't brag. Don't lie or mislead. See, I told you this morning who I was going to tell you who not to vote for. I'm not doing that. You could say I lied and mislead you. Yeah, I did. Got you to look. Don't do that. It doesn't make you like me more for doing that. I'm just trying to prove a point to you. Don't go negative on other people. Nobody likes a gossip or a negative approach. Do shine the spotlight on other people. People that have helped and supported you, businesses or people that you admire, other people's achievements. Absolutely. Your job as an agent is to constantly, every day, promote yourself, but not like the politicians do. Do it in appropriate and effective ways. Next Tuesday, as we end our call, I want you to think about this. Next Tuesday, no one is voting for a politician they've never heard of before. Nobody's voting for a politician they've never heard of before. Nobody's going to hire a real estate agent today that they've never heard of before. That's what we have in common with them. I just hope we go out there and we do it better than they're doing it. A little classier, a little bit more polished. And if we do that, that is how we're going to go out and we're going to make it happen for ourselves today.